die too young. 100 miles per hour, might smash if the kid die young. The kid die young. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'm a big place, I'm a name in the stone. I'm a name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. I'm a name in the stone.
What's up? Welcome back to the channel. In tonight's video, I'm going to be installing a Furrion 50 amp inlet on the exterior of the trailer. In order to get everything done for the drift season, we're going to have to do some stuff in the dark. So this is one of the things that we can knock out pretty simple and easy. Before we go out there, I'm going to go ahead and install the wiring and all that stuff inside into the inlet. So that way when we go out there, all we have to do is cut the hole and install it. My hole is going to be pretty easy because there's already an existing one that we're kind of just using for this, and it's actually in like the spot I wanted to put it anyways. So once we get out there, we'll see what I'm talking about. But let's get started in here. When you get the Furrion inlet, it comes with our good gasket and a few little inserts. For this is our backing plate, whatever you want to call it, the back. And it's got two screws that hold it on, so it just goes on the notch like this. Boom. So, but they got these inserts right here. This is the block and washer, and we got different style inserts we could put. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and trim our wire back and get it installed into the terminals, and then go ahead and put this on. As far as the hole for the Furrion, you need about a 2.5 inch hole dozer to get it. But the only difference is you got this little raised alignment nipple. So once we get our 2.5 inch done, we're gonna go ahead and take a Dremel and we're gonna mark where we need our dimple to make sure it's sitting vertical and square. And we're gonna Dremel it out a little bit just to get that nipple in there. So I have my 8 gauge full wire right here. It's stripped. We have our 2 hots, our neutral and our ground. On the Furrion, it's got color coded for the most part. It's got our 2 hots, our neutral and our ground. So what we're gonna do is try and line all these up kind of at the same time. I'll get you over there. While I'm holding pressure, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten them down. I'm gonna give them all a little snug before I go crazy because I don't want one wire to pull the other one out, vice versa. Snug them down pretty good. Keep the little paper around my copper for my ground to protect it. Now that that's installed, we can go ahead and install the backing plate of it. The first thing that goes on here is our cover. It's got a groove, so we'll go get that on the groove. This whole wire needs to be ran straight. Put that on. I'll go ahead and tighten the 2 screws inside the housing by the prongs. Okay, that don't need to be too terribly tight, but it's on there. And I want to make sure this is pretty centered coming out of it, the wire. So then next I'm going on to the other end of my wire. And this has to go into the back like this. So we'll go slide it on. Slide that most of the way down. Then we're gonna take my backup plate. I'm gonna slide that on real quick. Our locking nut. Take our little insert. Put that in there. Then we take our locking nut, start threading it on. Then I'm gonna get my crescent wrench. I'm gonna tighten that up. Barely snug that to where it's sitting flush with the housing. Now that this is installed, the wire into the inlet, it's now ready to go on the trailer. We just need to put our gasket on. That's on there. Now it's time to cut the hole. Once we cut the hole and get this little notch done, and then to mount it to the trailer, I'm gonna just be using some self-tapping screws. Got our 4 mounting holes right here. Boom. Those are number 8 self-tapping screws. So for my application, I have a 3-inch hole all the way through the sheet metal and the wall right here. And whoever had it before covered it up before they painted it and all that. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this plate here so I can utilize this hole. So what I'm gonna have to do is take these bolts out the way though, which is securing it, but it's also silicone and stuff. And then the bolts I'm putting in to hold the inlet is gonna hold it also. Once I have those out the way, I can take my gasket just to make sure where I want to put it. I'm gonna give me a little circle just to kind of make sure I can get it in the right spot. We're going to town with the bulldozer. Now that that's cut, we got our hole all the way through, so I'm gonna feed this through. And then to get my amp, my inlet straight, I'm gonna make sure it's straight. And then I'm gonna mark my 2 little marks on both sides of this. And now we just gotta dremel that out a little bit right here so the notch will fit in, and then it'll be sitting flush. And we can go ahead and mount it. Well, that's it for tonight's video because I'm just transitioning into the electrical part of the trailer. In the next video, you'll be seeing me tackle the floors, getting them painted, and also the back lift gate as far as getting my tail lights back in because it had none, and then getting it painted also. And then after that's done, we'll start getting into the more of the electrical part as far as installing the fuse panel and all that stuff. So hope you liked this video. Hope it maybe helped you install your 50 amp inlet into your trailer. Please hit the like and subscribe button and comment if you have any questions. I appreciate you for watching. Y'all have a good night. Peace.